Right, it's Saturday 15th of November and today is the day that the Christmas markets launch in Newcastle city centre. So we're here to have a look at the markets, see what's going on, see what food there is to eat, show you all the different things that there is to do for the family, what you can do with your mates, bars, all the different bits of bait. Let's have a look. Yes, it's finally here. Newcastle Christmas Market opened 15th of November and it's open all the way through till the 23rd of December. The opening hours are Monday to Saturday, 10 in the morning till 8 at night. Sundays, 10 till 5. This is a cupcake place. Loads of different stalls here, local businesses. The market is centred around, as always, around the monument area and then also into Old Eldon Square. Shout out for this business. This is Priory Press. They've been putting stuff on social media because they've been kind of fenced in by some of these sheds. So I went to Priory Press just to support them and got myself a little drink because I had a bit of a hangover. But support them as well. Don't forget all of these extra little businesses who are based around the perimeter of the market. One of our favourites, as you've already seen on other videos, Geordie Bangers. We'll come back to them a bit later on. And there's a load of different stalls like this one here. This is the crumbling one. This was a huge, massive, gigantic viral hit in Newcastle last year. So you might want to check that out. Redhead's mac and cheese. Obviously they've got a place within Grainger Market, but they're very popular if you like mac and cheese. Bit of an overview there. Loads of people there are just watching the brass band. And there was going to be a choir coming on later on as well. This is Moosenwirt or Moosenwirt. Still don't know how to pronounce it. Free entry, Bairn's Dogs and Greg's Pasties are welcome. This is obviously here every year. You can get hot chocolate here, you can get mulled wine here, you can get beers here. Just keep an eye on the prices. I had a pint here, which we'll come to in a bit, which I was quite surprised at the price. But they've got heaters there as well if you need to escape the rain. Now this is just an overview, just a map. It's a very small, compact market, unbelievably walkable, so don't worry about that. The areas are just sectioned off into kind of Old Eldon Square, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So a lot of the kids stuff, Santa Stories, the carousel, the Ferris wheel, that's the Old Eldon Square bit. And then these other bits, 6, 7, 8. The Moosenwirt bar, these are all more around the monument area, and then obviously there's the section off in Nelson Street which has just got some stalls as well, which we're going to show you. So that's there, a map, just a bit of an overview. It is really compact, as I say, dead walkable, nothing too much to worry about. It wouldn't be a market obviously in Newcastle without Acropolis, so all of your Greek food there, always very popular, always very high quality. There's a bit of a row of stalls here. So this is Hatch 76 as well. These guys do the crispy duck loaded fries and the crispy duck wraps. Really good. And then more of the shops as well. Personalised tree decorations here. And then obviously another interesting named business in the northeast. This is Fudge Packers. Get yourself artisan fudge from that one. And then another one of our favourite businesses, also based in the Grainger Market. This is Matthew's Cheese. Beautiful cheese from here, really do recommend them. And then just some more sort of shopping stalls. Like I say, so many local businesses are involved in this and they're spending a lot of money on getting these pitchers. Firebrick Brewery based in Grainger Market 2 with their craft beer. These places are paying a lot of money to have these pitchers here for 6 weeks. So please do support them because they are all local business. It's keeping the money in our economy in the northeast. And I do think that anyone who are kind of like the business improvement district for Newcastle are really kind of making our Christmas market bigger every year. It's become more of a destination market, I think, for people who aren't from the area. So we're bringing more money in from all over England and the UK into Newcastle, into our local businesses, into our pockets. So I think it's a really good thing. As I say, the market keeps on getting better and better every single year. It is really good. This next stall, actually, you'll be able to smell this one from Central Station. So these are like wreaths, but they're made of like, I guess, oranges, clementines. Now down Nelson Street, so Mallow and Mulled, this is the stall that I want to go to. This is just a cake place made of crumbs. There's loads of little businesses like this down here. A couple of them weren't open, well that one was. This one here does sort of pottery stuff, so this is loads of cups and mugs and teapots. So there might be stuff there, good stuff for gifts for people for Christmas. North Shore Coffee, again, another local business, banging out the caffeine. And then you've got this one here. This is a stall selling terrariums. Again, lovely little gifts for people for Christmas, or even if you just want one for yourself. Now back into the food, heading up towards Monument again. Yorkshire pudding wraps. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Yorkshire pudding wrap, can you? This one here, this is a stall which is selling dog food. Not entirely sure if that's a local company actually. I haven't done my research on that, but I believe it will be. This one here is a place that sells gin. This is Fox Denton Gin. I've got to be honest, actually, these aren't a local company. These are based in the home counties, I believe. But they've put up the money, which has gone into our council, into our economy. So there's Geordie Bangers, which, you know, we've featured Geordie Bangers so many times in our videos because their products are second to none. Absolutely love them. Now, by this point, we headed back over to Monument. The rain was starting to get a little bit heavier. Even the sight of an elf walking around wasn't enough to keep me wandering around in the rain. I was getting soaked. I had a bit of a bad head. And it was at this point where I realised I'm probably going to have a bit of a fixer. And so it was time to go for a pint. But on the way down to the boozer, I passed the choir who were going on the stage. They were about to kick off. These aren't on every day. This was just because of the grand opening. A couple of more stalls here, which are down next to Acropolis. This is the Crepes store. And also Great North Pizza. So if you are wanting some pizza, Great North Pizza Company there. But as I say, time for beers. Desperately needing something to fix us. I got a bit of a shock actually. Just a heads up, this pint here was £7.20. Inside here you can hire out these spaces. You can drink in there, just private spaces for groups. And there's also this little room just back here, which is, I think it's called the Elf's Cabin. I'll tell you 2 secs here. Yeah, Elk Lodge, sorry, not Elf's Cabin. Sorry about that. Well, see his elf there to be fair. But that's just more of like a little private area if you want to hire that one out as well. And then back outside, the rain eased off. Back into the streets. Moosenwirt also have their own outdoor kind of hot chocolate and coffee place. Here's some more shops here selling sort of, what are these? Are these Japanese? Maybe Japanese? I'm not sure. I think they're Japanese. Then Lush, you can smell this one from miles away as well if anyone knows what the Lush stuff's like. But we headed back over to Old Eldon Square. So Dinithy, who again, they've got a restaurant down the quayside. They're in Grainger Market, Sri Lankan street food. Definitely recommend them. Then we've got these loaded chips as well. C&C loaded chips. Here is Slackjaw's. Now, I completely walked past Slackjaw's, filmed it, didn't realise I'd filmed it, and then couldn't find Slackjaw's. So I'll come back to that in a bit. Dippin' donuts as well. So if you want those donuts, the typical taste of a cold November and December night, some hot sugary donuts. This is Santa's story, so if you've got the kids, you go there. Santa's based in there. And here is the big wheel. Giant Newcastle sign there, and the big wheel that you can go on. Some of these stalls weren't actually open. So you've got the gifts for Christmas one and Naked Marshmallow Company. Can't tell you what these are like. They were not open. Here's the selfie station, so just a few little like scenes. You can go in there and get some photos with like different little backgrounds. This bit here, well, there's a tuck shop there as well. Actually, I hadn't spotted that previously, but this bit here is where there's going to be some performances. So loads of seats for the kids. There's a stage back there, so there's going to be like little shows on and stuff that you can go and watch. Giant fudge stall here, which I'm going to show you in a second. I mean, we've got a fudge one over next to Monument. There's a fudge one also in Eldon Square. Who doesn't love fudge? Let us know. Do you like fudge? Do you not like fudge? And he has a waffle stall as well. This is the Stroop waffles, the type of stuff that you get over in like Amsterdam, in Holland. Really, really popular actually. And here is the carousel. Just getting mopped down there because it was, as I say, quite wet and not actually yet open. just moving back over towards this stage area as well, you'll see these signs: Mrs. Claus's Bakery, not entirely sure where that is, and then Rockin' Reindeer, I think that's the name of the stage bit. So I was hoping to show you a bit more of this a bit in the old Eldon Square bit, but they're a little bit behind. I don't know how far behind, like it seems like they're quite far behind. The big wheel's working, the big wheel. But there's quite a few of the stalls not open at the moment. There's blokes running around with drills. There's, I mean, it's quite a lot of work to do, to be fair to them. Like, it's a big, I don't know if any of you follow the stuff that goes on Instagram and Facebook and stuff. The amount of work that's gone into this over the last few nights is insane. It's like all literally last minute running around like lunatics trying to get everything set up. And it's not quite ready in old Eldon Square. It's not too far off, like, to be fair, but it's honestly, there's just so much work for them to do. They've worked so hard all through the night, so I'm not going to criticise them. It's going to be amazing though. This is like probably more the family bit. It's going to be really, really busy. Amazing for the city, especially for like people travelling from all over. It's like more of a destination. That's what the Christmas markets are turning into in Newcastle now, more of a destination place. So yeah, just an idea. The Carousel, Santa Stories, Rockin' Reindeer, Marshmallowville and Elf School, whatever that is. That's the stuff that's there in the Christmas Village, that bit's called, which is the hippie green, the old Eldon Square sort of area. Now, back along the monument, more booze. Loads of booze here. Whiskey, gin, vodka, rum. This is Riverside Craft Spirits. This shop here is independent business selling prints, which are all kind of northeast based. Really nice gift ideas there actually. This one selling melts. If that's your type of thing, I know a lot of people have melts and candles and stuff at home. If that's your type of thing. This stall here has got like watches and rings. I'm not sure if that's a local business actually, but it may well be. So yeah, loads of different stuff. It's not just the food. This one here is dipped cheesecake, a Belgian chocolate dipped cheesecake on a stick. So they've probably go viral with the youngins, I would imagine. This place, Cardi Craze, selling cardigans, if you do like a cardigan. And then just again, Geordie Bangers, who we've already shown. There's that Fox Denton's that we've already shown. There's the dog place that we've already shown. And then again, the Yorkshire pudding wraps. So we decided to have another little wander down Nelson Street to see if we could try and get again into that Marshmallow place. This was a little bit later on. I was thinking it must be open now. There's another stall there which isn't quite open yet. That's the guy again selling the mugs and cups and teapots and whatnot. And then again there's that Made of Crumbs. He has another stall which isn't open yet also. I'm not sure what that stall is. And then again there's Mallow and Mulled, not open. So you come all the way to the Christmas markets, everything's supposed to open at 10. That one there that I've just been filming behind us, see? That one there was the one that I actually really wanted to try, and it's not open. So that's a bit of a disappointment. So you're not going to see that on the video, unfortunately. Really need something to eat, and I was going to get Slack Jaws. They're doing some festive loaded fries, all the sort of Christmas flavours of loaded fries. I was going to get them, but I can't find Slack Jaws. I don't know where they are. I'm going to end up with a Geordie banger here. Sausage on a stick, I think. Aye, another unsuccessful trip down Nelson Street. So Churros, this one had just opened. It wasn't open previously. Nicely lit up mind, isn't it? Kids love churros, surely. Silent disco, so you can take part in that. There's the times there if you want to take part in that. If you don't know what that is, you put a pair of headphones on that play music so no one else can hear it, and you can just have a bit of a dance with your mates. Silent disco. Parmarama. Seen these on previous videos. Parmarama, often loads of different markets selling parmos and loads of other little bits. This here is another brewery, Crossroads Brewery. I'm not too familiar with this one actually. Crossroads Brewery. And then just some more little stalls here. Prints, photography, loads of different things as we look up towards Monument, Gray's Monument there. Just starting to get quite busy actually at this point. Here's the brownie bar. That stall there on the left, you see that one? That is, well, we're about to go there actually. But that is one of our favourite shops in the whole of the Northeast actually. This is the Big River, so these are selling Northeast themed clothing. Big River company. And then this stall that I've just mentioned, this is the Baltic shop. So you know the Baltic over in Gateshead. They sell all these things. I bought a print for Tuesday. So on the sausage on a stick as always. I wanted the loaded fries from Slackjaw. Like I said, Slackjaw are definitely in that bit in Old Eldon Square that's not quite ready yet. It's 10 to 11 now. I'm going to give it another 5 minutes and head over because I want them loaded fries and I want to show you a bit more of what's open. I'm hoping they might be ready because they are miles behind. Hopefully in a few more minutes they might be ready. We'll see what the crack is. Right, we're heading back over there now. The carousel's going like, which wasn't going before, so that's promising. Got a print for Tuesday from the Baltic shop. That was good. So let's see if it's open. See if we can. It's just before 11 o'clock. Still hanging a bit from last night. The sausage helped us like, but I need some chips. Hopefully Slackjaw's is now open. And yes, Slackjaw's was open, absolutely buzzing. I'd actually walked past it, as I mentioned. I didn't know where it was, and I'd walked past it twice. Anyway, festive fries was what I wanted. These are skin-on fries, topped with smashed pork, sage and Bramley apple patty, sage and onion, stuffing crumb, cranberry sauce, gravy mayo, crispy onions. Really, really good these like. And the meat actually comes from Geordie Banger Company. I was having a bit crack with the guys here. These were really, really tasty. I loved them. Back now into the main area. That queue there's for the Santa Stories thing. People queuing up for that. This is Marshmallow Land. So that wasn't open yet, Marshmallow Land. But they're just setting off the fire pits there. Ready for Marshmallow Land. But I didn't get the chance to try that. What an absolute idiot I am. So I walked past Slackjaw's I think 3 times before realising that it was Slackjaw's. I kept seeing the big sign saying gourmet burgers, but it's got Slackjaw's on the side of it, on either side. So those loaded fries were outrageous. Tasted just like Christmas. Really nice. Definitely helped with the hangover. No question about that. But definitely recommend Slackjaw's. They give up the quayside spot for the next 6 weeks to do the Christmas one every day. So definitely support that. We're down Nelson Street again. We're going to try this Marshmallow place. I can already see it shut. 20 past 11, it's still not open. Right, you're not going to get to see it. I'll show you it again from the outside, so you can see what the crack is. 2 secs. Aye, still shut. It's a bit disappointing. Got all these open flame things as well here, look. I'm guessing that's what they're going to do the marshmallows on. Anyway, I think we're done. Bit of a disappointment not getting into that one, but thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Definitely a good destination place to come if you're not from Newcastle, or if you are in the area. It's mint, to be fair. There's loads of different things, so much to do for kids, so much to do for adults, loads of booze, loads of really, really good food. Some of the food vendors here are really top notch. So thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel if you don't already. That would be really appreciated. It helps get the videos out there. If you subscribe, it kicks in the algorithm, gets the videos out there, and then in turn it supports all these local businesses. So it can only be a good thing to subscribe. And that QR code that's on the screen there, if you want to scan that QR code, that'll take you through to the Facebook, to the Threads, to the Instagram, to the TikTok, to the website, to the email, all that sort of stuff. Get in touch with her if you want to. Follow her on other social media. And I think that's about it. So watch what you're doing.
Toodles.